Assalamu alaikum ji. Welcome back to an episode of Kya Kaya Kazi. My guest today was Fatma Siddiqui, advocate, artist, survivor, entrepreneur. Anything else?
Writer.
Oh, dude. Also, yeah. And also she wrote a book, which is not available at the moment, but it's called Unbroken. And we're expecting it soon, inshallah.
Inshallah.
We get to speaking about her experience with lupus, which is an autoimmune disorder, about fighting the good fight, about standing up for yourself, about learning to say no, about finding meaning in suffering, about the power of art, about manifesting goodness,
Yes.
and about her business, which is therapy
art.
art.
Yes.
I think that's it. That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
That's solid. Yeah. Enjoy. 3, 2, 1. Fatma Siddiqui. How you doing, Fatma?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. So let's just start with so you got in touch with me because you wanted to speak on your autoimmune diseases.
Yes.
Let's just give me, but then you're also a published author and an advocate and all those. So let's just start with the difficult stuff first, so we can get through it. Inshallah, like hukum se. And then we'll talk about all the fun stuff.
Oh, yes. Let's start.
So
right?
you were diagnosed at 16, you said.
Yeah. So I got sick when I was 16, but doctors were not able to figure it out what was happening to me. And then a year later, a dermatologist, he figured it out. So at that time, I was just like in my own zone. I was like, okay, fine. Something's gonna work it out. It's just a fairly uncomplicated condition that I have.
What is the condition?
So it's called lupus and scleroderma. So I have both of them together. Yeah.
Okay.
So there are two type of different like autoimmune conditions. So what happened is, so in scleroderma, it hardens the skin.
Okay.
And it can even harden your internal organs.
Okay.
So you are unable to breathe. You are unable to eat.
Okay.
Which is fairly...
Yeah, that's problematic, huh?
That is problematic. And in lupus is... it can hit you in any way, in any organ, and there is no cure. Till now, zero, zilch.
So you have it right now?
I have it. Yeah, it doesn't go away.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like you have to live with it. But when I was diagnosed, I was like, no. It needs to get out of my body right away. And I had plans. I was going to medical school because apparently everyone around me wanted me to be a doctor.
Okay.
And it was not in me in a way.
Okay.
I always wanted to be an artist. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I always wanted to paint and have my own work and like be my own boss. But at that time, it was like, no. You are supposed to be a doctor.
You're supposed to be a doctor.
You're supposed to be a doctor, right? Come on, be a doctor. It's a very... Like, I don't have anything against
No, of
who are
course not.
doctors,
No,
obviously.
no.
It's like, it's their own choice, but it was not mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So later on, after being diagnosed, I went to Altamash because me and my family decided that it's okay, like let's not do MBBS, let's do BDS. So I was like, okay, fine, okay, let's do that.
BDS hota hai
Dentistry.
Dentistry.
Yeah,
Okay,
dentistry.
Yeah.
So I got into Altamash and then lupus started to affect me really bad. I was always cold. So when you get cold, you can turn blue because it stops your blood circulation.
Okay.
So that is not a good state to be in. So I was like flunking classes. I was bunking school. My heart was never into it. And then one day the doctor who diagnosed, he was like, okay, you need to make a decision because the studies that you want to proceed will hinder in a way. Yeah, it will hinder you, right?
Okay.
And I was like, okay, so we had a tough decision call, and my mom was like, okay, we're gonna leave Altamash right now. So that I did, and I was devastated because in a way I was like, okay, well, you know what? I can be a doctor. It's like it's okay. It's in the cards or something. And then,
But how old were you when you had to leave Altamash?
17.
You were 17.
I was 17. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was diagnosed when I was 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a good age, basically.
That's not a good age,
for
right?
any of that to happen.
Yeah. So in a way, I was like in that I lost all my purpose and my vision because I'm a very to-do list person.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I'm like, okay, fine. This is the list that I need to do.
Yeah.
And we're going to complete it.
We're gonna sort it out, yeah,
Either
inshallah.
0 or 100%. That's it. No hanging in
Sure.
between, right?
Yeah.
So that happened and I was homebound. I lost all of my friends' contacts because I went into a shell.
Okay.
in my own shell.
Okay.
I was crying all the time. I was depressed all the time. And like at that age, like you should be fantasizing about your crush, right?
Sure.
Exactly,
Something
right?
of that sort. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I used to pray that I do not end up in the hospital again. It was like,
Okay.
yeah, it was just like, okay, like, because I used to go to the ER at least 4 times a week.
4 times a week.
4 times a week.
For what causes? What would?
So it used to be like very different, like chronic pain, right? So like severe headache, which is not ending, which is making me cry, which is making me not sleep. You have to go to the ER, right?
Sure.
One day I woke up and I lost my vision in my right eye.
Oh my goodness.
And that day I still, like, even if I try to remember, it was bad.
It was bad.
It was bad. My entire, the people who know, they came over and they're like all crying. And it's like, okay, you need to find a solution. You can't cry on it,
Yeah.
right? And then we found a doctor and he's like, okay, this is a retina detachment. And yeah,
Okay.
they're like, you need to go for a surgery ASAP.
Okay.
Yeah. So in that year, I had 3 eye surgeries.
Oh my goodness.
And I couldn't see for like 6 months from my right eye because they put like a gas and some water content in it. It was just like, you know, like
to heal it, I think.
yeah, to heal it
Okay,
properly.
okay.
Yeah. So for like 6 months, just
No.
like water and gas.
Oh, wow.
So that was like even like if I'm trying to remember right now, I'm like, wait, how did I go through all of that? That is my question right now. Like, because that happened like in 2012, right? And now it's 2021.
Okay.
Almost 10 years.
10 years. Alhamdulillah.
Almost 10 years,
Yeah.
right?
You can see now.
I can see now, yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
I can see now, yeah. I
Yeah.
just have to take care of it, obviously,
Okay,
right?
okay.
Like, do not stress so much, right? I feel like, okay, so for autoimmune conditions, the best thing is like, do not be under stress.
Don't
That
be under
is-
stress. Yeah.
Don't be under stress. Just like live life in a happy rainbow unicorn way.
Yeah. How are you going to do that though?
How are you going to do that?
Yeah.
So now it's like how you can work on the negative stuff around you.
Sure.
And I feel like after 2019, I feel like I have started developing a positive mindset.
That's recent though. 2019. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 29, like it's like positive mindset. And I felt like, you know what? Shit is going to happen in my life, right? People will trigger you in some ways.
Sure.
Things will happen. But how am I reacting towards it? That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I feel like being in Los Angeles at that time, I was already being spiritually awakened in a way, right?
Okay.
Doing yoga and all the meditation classes with my friends and just like going to the beach and just like, it's like a very soulful experience.
Sure. I get. Yeah.
Yeah, that all of my friends used to joke about. But I was like, no, how about I tap into it? And it has benefited me in a beautiful way now.
Okay, now let's track back just a little bit.
Yeah.
So you had to leave Altamash. You were homebound. How do you get from that to studying? So you studied at UCLA
UCLA and Yale.
and Yale.
And Yale, yeah.
These are good universities.
Yes.
These are some of the best universities in the world. How do you go from being a shut-in, where you're going to the ER every 2 days or what
Yes.
have you? How did that happen?
Okay, so when I was like in my own room, I used to be extremely angry, like a Hulk, seriously, right?
Angry at what?
Angry at life. Like, why is it happening to me now, right? Like, I have plan in motion. I'm fairly a good person, maybe, right?
Yeah, okay. You're a decent
Like,
person.
fairly a good person. Like, why is it happening to me? Like, because I was seeing my friends graduating, I was seeing my friends getting married, I was seeing my friends living life. And at that time, I was just like in my room and just like being a sad person.
Just hurt, but also hurting.
And
you know?
hurting
Yeah.
and being in pain
Yeah.
and being clueless what is happening to me. Because at that time, I met a doctor in Pakistan and he was like, you know what? There is no cure or something and your life expectancy is for 2 years. And I was like,
Okay.
I was 18 at that time.
Okay. He said that because of the lupus, or why would he say that to you? I don't understand.
He's just like, there is no cure, right?
Okay, but that's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no cure. So we don't know what to do. You might take her to China. And I'm like, okay. So we have to go to China.
To do what in China?
To do what exactly?
Uh-huh.
And he left. He's like, It's like you have to find something. And I was devastated. I feel like now that statement brought me the depression that I never signed up for.
Sure.
Because I was like, okay, I am going to die. I was like, I know everyone has to die at one point, but I was like, okay, 18, 2 years, make 20, dead. So why am I living? It was like a reverse psychology or something. It's like, why am I living even? What for?
What's the point?
What's the point?
That's
I'm already in pain. I'm already hurt. I'm already have lost all of my purpose and my vision of life. So what is it for I'm living? That arise a lot of questions at that time.
Yeah, dekho, your pain and your suffering, the only way to go through it is for it to make sense.
Yes.
You know, some of the best philosophers in the world, some of the best philosophers in history have spoken about, you know, your pain or your suffering needing to make sense. That's the only way to go through it. And for someone to be brazen like that, I don't know what they were trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
But I've seen doctors do that, and I feel like it's just a lack of empathy on their part, where they're, I don't know, treating you like a job. I don't know what it is, but maybe they were trying to prepare you for the worst. I don't know, but I can't right now. I cannot in my mind come up with an explanation.
Yeah.
कि यार इस वजह से किया होगा ना, ये
Yeah.
फातिमा इस वजह से किया था, मैं बता रहा हूँ, मुझे नहीं समझ आ रहा कि एक बंदे को आप ये बता के, because I also understand most diseases, they need, you need to fight them.
Yes.
नहीं तो आपको कोई भी चीज़ मार देती है.
Exactly.
नहीं तो आपको, you know, people die of just their hearts give out under just the stress of the pain.
Yes.
You know, it doesn't have to be something huge. Like there's sometimes cancer patients die not because of cancer, but because of the pain of chemo.
Yeah.
You know, because pain, but you have to, all of that, you have to help the other person develop the will to fight.
Exactly.
And I don't understand what the point of taking that away is.
Exactly. Like he could have said, like, you know what, you will see the worst, but I pray and I hope that you have the power to fight it.
Just something, yeah, देखो,
something different, I guess.
हमारे culture में and हमारे religion में ये open ended positive statements तो बहुत आम होती है ना, इंशाल्लाह अल्लाह खैर करेगा, something of this sort, and just go on doing your job. पता नहीं ये क्यों, I don't understand.
ये वो नहीं बोलते हम समझ सकते हैं.
कौन, I don't know, yeah, I guess.
Right?
नहीं, मैं तो नहीं समझ सकता.
I can understand your pain. It's like,
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
No, you can't. That's
the
not
person who is going through, that's the only person that who can understand, or unless who is in the same situation.
Sure, at least.
At least.
अच्छा चलो, let's not hate on this person anymore. मुझे तो पता भी नहीं कौन है, मैं तो ऐसे ही.
I've forgotten about him. I don't even remember who the doctor was now, but yeah.
मैं second hand hate दे रहा हूँ उनको आपकी वजह से. So anyways, you were told this, you were given this brilliant news.
Yes.
And now you were angry. So, what happens next?
I was angry. Hospital was my apparently hangout place.
Sure.
Right?
Okay.
Cut out from friends, right? Because I was like, how can I explain this to them, right? And whenever I used to go out, like a family event or something, people used to bat an eye at me because I was physically changing. So I had like long locks of hair.
Okay.
I was losing that, right?
Okay.
Because of the severe medication and being on steroids and everying, right? Okay. A bit my face was changing as well because of the medication, right?
Changing? How was your face? I was changing. How was your face changing?
Okay, so once you start taking a lot of steroids, like delta cortisone, you can have a moon face. Like it's edema, like water resistant.
Oh.
Yeah, so water starts to get on your face and
your
your
face
hands.
looks fine now?
Yes. It's like all normal now. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So it was changing, and then one time I got black skin, like dark skin, dead skin, and doctors were not able to figure out what it was, like what was happening, right?
Okay.
And then one day I woke up and I felt like blood is in my mouth, and I started to cough up blood as well.
Okay.
It was like, and I was not able to walk even.
Okay.
I remember my brother, he's younger to me, and he used to like carry me.
Oh,
He's
wow.
like, you're not gonna sit on wheelchair if I am here with you.
Allah Rehm Kare, that's beautiful.
He like every doctor appointment, कहीं मैं जाती थी ना, वो मुझे गोद में उठाता था. He's like, let the world see I do not care. I'm here for you.
Yeah,
So in a way, alhamdulillah, I'm blessed to have this amazing supportive family.
that's powerful.
They're like, we don't care what the world is saying. We just want you to be you in a way. We want you to fully embrace yourself. And my mom is my biggest support leader in everything I am today. Because I felt like when I was diagnosed, right, जो मेरे खानदान के लोग थे ना, चुप हो जाओ, मत बताओ लड़की है. And I'm like, क्या?
उससे क्या होगा?
रिश्ते कैसे आएंगे? Get it?
Right. I'm so sorry.
शादी कैसे होगी
Of course.
इसकी यार?
Of course.
लड़का है तो हम बता सकते हैं इसको इशू है. Who cares? He's a boy.
Okay, let's for a minute. Let's just play out their ideal scenario.
Yeah.
Let's not tell anyone that Fatma's sick, right?
Yes.
Let's just have her tolerate the pain,
Yes.
which, by the way, is supposed to be intolerable. Intolerable, objectively, it's not. You can't tolerate. But behral, let's have her tolerate this pain, and then let's get her married.
Yeah.
Now, we don't know who she's getting married into, but let's
Exactly.
just say these are great people. Let's just say these are fantastic people. The guy is wonderful, right? He loves her and everything. Full. Sab kuch jo hai acha hai. He still doesn't know what he's getting himself into.
Definitely.
And she doesn't know how to be in this completely foreign environment जो वैसे ही hostile होती है ख़वातीन के लिए, with this illness that is supposed to be, as we have already established, intolerable. Do they think, what's going on here? You know?
It was like at that time, it's like they have announced a verdict that this girl is bound to suffer in silence. It's like, yeah. So it was difficult in a way to beating that odds because it was like one against many, right?
Sure.
It was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
And as a kid, I was always like a loud kid.
Sure.
Right? I was like very like
Beautiful.
blunt and straightforward. So trying to tame me down was like, what is this happening? Like, why are you doing this to me?
हाँ यार. I don't understand. Like, you know, obviously we could speak for hours about, you know, the entitlement, you know, the brazenness of these people or what have you, but I just don't understand how they can relegate someone to suffering like that. मतलब ये एक इंसान है, ठीक है ना? Forget that she's your blood.
Exactly.
हालांकि नहीं भूलना चाहिए, लेकिन चलो भूल जाओ इस बात को ना. How are you going to decide कि बस she's going to suffer for the rest of her life? How is that first off, how is that your call to make? Because it's inconveniencing you? But it's not. बाज़-औक़ात मुझे ये feel होता है, so why it's bringing up all these emotion for you? एक तो obviously I feel for you, but also
Yeah, I can see the emotion on your face, right? I was like, oh my God, it's overwhelming right now.
but because my brother went through something similar.
I'm so sorry.
No, Allah Rehm Kare, he's completely fine, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
But at a very, very young age, he became very, very sick, right? I won't bore you with the details, but he became very, very sick. And, you know, he became so sick that it was affecting everyone. And the elders of my family, I think back, अभी भी ना जैसे वो नहीं होता मुंह में जैसे जहर वाली,
Yes.
they're just like कि, you know, because so my brother, so alhamdulillah, there's four of us, four siblings, right? I'm the eldest. There's my sister, then there's my brother, then there's my youngest sister. So there were people in the family who would go like, to my mom, they'd be like, why are you making everyone else suffer because of him? You know? He's a kid. He's a kid who's fighting for his life. He's not even a year old. What the fuck? You
Exactly.
know, like what are you thinking?
That
man?
is my statement.
You know, like no. First off, you know, like that's why. Okay, that's
Yeah.
why. So just to explain my visceral reaction to this, but please continue. तो उन्होंने बोला कि किसी को नहीं बताओ.
किसी को नहीं पता because उस वक्त मुझे समझ नहीं आता था कि that like this is my life is कि मुझे सिर्फ शादी करनी है, right? मतलब कोई ये नहीं सोच रहा कि उसकी studies का क्या होगा, what about her career, right? What about her goals, right? What is happening in that aspect of her life? No. It's like शादी कौन करेगा इससे?
But you
With a
now,
big question mark.
but now at this age, you're not opposed to marriage.
I'm not.
No.
I'm like, yeah, I would marry a beautiful person who knows me, right?
Okay.
Who really knows me.
Okay.
Because I was never like against marriage or love or anything, right? I'm born with like watching Disney movies, right?
Sure. But
Right.
you're just dealing with a lot.
I was just dealing with a lot at that time, and I was like, that is not my focus, right?
Right.
Right now, my focus is how to live with it, because this thing is not leaving me.
No.
It is not going anywhere, right?
Yeah.
It's going to stay with me until the day I die. But it's like, how are you gonna learn to live with it? That's the question. And my mother and my grandmother were my biggest support,
Wow.
because they have been always those strong willpower
Yeah, just
women.
powerful ladies, mashallah. Say.
And my mom especially. And she's like, you know what, Fatma? छोड़ दो जो सब लोग सोच रहे हैं, right? Just forget them. And just forget that timeline, because I feel like there's a society timeline, right?
Uh-huh.
You need to graduate by 21 or 22.
Yeah.
You need to get married by 24, right?
Yeah.
Babies, and then
Babies by 28.
Right.
And
I graduated when I was 28.
I graduated when I was 26.
See?
Yeah.
It's just like, I felt like, you know what? If people are hating on me for not following the societal timelines, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna make my own, and I'm gonna embrace the timeline that Allah has given me.
Alhamdulillah. But Fatma, also ये देखो ना, you also have to keep this in mind. उन लोगों ने, I'm going to be a little crass, लेकिन उन लोगों ने timeline follow करके क्या उखाड़ लिया?
There you go. Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, so now they followed the timeline.
They did.
Yeah.
I see them. I see them.
To the T, right?
Yes.
They graduated when they were supposed to. They even did a master's. They got a gold medal in their master's. They have kids now. फिर अब मैं क्या करूँ? अचार डालूँ? मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा ना. Like, what did you do? Did you do any? I don't know. Did you do anything meaningful? Are you happy? Because if you were happy, you wouldn't be making me feel like shit. So I'm thinking you're not
There you
happy.
go. Yeah.
So then, you know.
Life is a mirror, right?
Yeah, dude, what's up? You know.
So what you're actually feeling, you are portraying it on the outside.
That's it.
That's it.
हमने अब जो है यहाँ पे मुआशरे के सारे मसले हल कर दिए माशाल्लाह से between the two of us.
Yes.
Anyways, so you you know, so obviously your family is now relegating you to suffer in this way.
Yeah.
How again? The trip from Karachi to America to California is long.
It's long, yeah.
How
did that happen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what happened was, when I was like so much sick and so much like angry at life, Amma got me some paints and brushes and canvases, right?
Oh wow.
Yeah, she did. And I stopped painting when I was in the 9th grade.
Okay.
Because I was like, doctor to banna hai, let's stop painting.
Sure.
And I felt like, would you agree to this? जब हम लोग छोटे थे, being an artist was supposed to be like something you're not supposed to be in a way.
मैं तो मर्द हूँ ना. मुझे तो वैसे
I
भी
just love that answer in a way.
मुझे तो वैसे भी color pencils. I used to love sketching.
Okay.
I used to love painting. I used to love sketching. I used to love making a mess. But I'm a man, right?
Yes.
That stuff can only fly for so long.
Yeah.
So when I was around 12, I was told to throw all that stuff away.
There you go.
And बस.
यही होता था.
फिर उसके बाद 27 साल की उम्र में मैंने बोला मैं काम भी नहीं करूँगा और मैं वीडियोस बनाऊँगा और मैं पॉडकास्ट करूँगा इंशाल्लाह. अब अल्लाह कामयाब करेगा.
Yes, that is the mindset. That is actually the mindset. So I stopped painting, right? So because वही doctor बनना है. Mom brought the stuff and she left that in the room. कुछ नहीं बोली वो.
Okay.
छोड़ के चली गई.
Okay.
So yeah, she's like, let her be.
Yeah.
Do not push her right now. No one is going to push her, right?
Yeah.
Few weeks later, मैंने कहा चलो उठाते हैं कुछ काम करते हैं. I just took out the canvas and I started to paint. I was painting my emotions.
Sure.
I was dark palette, blood red, grays, black, सही है. और फिर मैं क्या करती थी? I used to tear them apart. Paint, फाड़ो, paint, फाड़ो, paint, फाड़ो. It became therapeutic for me.
You absolutely must have. Yeah.
It was like, okay, I'm just like conveying my emotions onto something other than me, and I'm finishing them off.
That's beautiful. What medium?
Abstract and acrylic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Acrylic. Yes. That's a hard medium.
That's a hard medium.
That's not one of the easier ones.
Yeah.
I knew someone. I was very close to someone a long time ago. They used to be into acrylic. मैं charcoal sketching करता था.
Nice.
Yeah. मैं cool हूँ.
You are cool.
But anyways, okay.
It is good to give compliment to oneself. Yeah.
No, not when you're me. What's it called? Acha, say so. So you're getting into it and you're tearing them and.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a year goes by, right? And my color palette changed. It became colorful. It became hopeful, and I started to feel the same as well.
That's beautiful.
Like
That's
yellows,
symbolic,
oranges, purples, good red, not the blood red, the good happy red, right? It all became that. And I was like, okay, now I feel like, you know what, this is the point. I can start doing something else with my life, and I should stop like whining and crying in a way.
Yeah, theek hai. I think
Right?
I think there's a time for that.
There's a time for that.
I think sometimes you just need to, and especially going through the stuff that you were going through. I think sometimes, and again, really baat hai na, with you, this is such a serious condition, but the worst thing that's ever happened to you is the worst thing that's ever happened to you.
Yes.
So even if it's just something silly like a bad grade or, an early teen or late teen breakup,
Yeah.
right? Sometimes you just need to be sad about it and whine
Exactly.
and cry. But then there is a time for then moving on.
Yeah, I
Inshallah,
feel like I feel like I have gone through the 5 stages of grief.
Sure.
Right?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm done with that. So how about we move on? We make a 6th one now, and we just move on, right?
Yeah.
So I got into IVS in Karachi.
Indus Valley.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But I never went for the degree because it was too much for me at that time,
Okay.
right? It was like heavy hours, too much workload, and my body and my mind was not allowing that because I was always dealing with hurt, dealing with chronic pain.
Apparently IVS is really hardcore.
It's really hardcore,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So though I still gave the test and all, I got in, but I was like, you know what, let's do something else. So I started doing the certification courses.
Okay.
I was like, chalo, sham ko jayenge, 2 ghante ki class.
At
Like,
your
let's
own
do
pace,
that.
just
Exactly,
be-
at slower pace.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I started enrolling myself in painting, sketching and all. So, but whenever I used to go, it used to be like, they used to say this to me and I felt like I do not want to do this. They were like, okay, fine, Fatma, that is a sofa or a chair or a bottle. You have to paint that
Okay.
as it is.
Okay.
And I was like, am I doing something different?
इसको बोलते हैं still life.
Right?
Hello?
I'm like, can we do something else? Like, can I paint outside the box? And they're like, no. Just paint what you see.
Okay.
And I was like, but again, when we were talking about perspective, right? I was like, but how am I seeing that sofa is a very different thing, what you are seeing.
Also, whatever's wrong with you, no one can see.
Yes. That's the part. Like, it's all invisible,
It's
right?
all
Unless
invisible.
I share it with you,
Yeah. मुझे क्या पता?
then you will know.
Yeah.
That's the part of like having an invisible disease, right? Like, और फिर ये होता है ना कि I felt like there are so many people in our life. They're like, show us how much sick you are. Prove that to us.
Yeah, people, I think we are coming to terms with the fact that people are horrible generally.
I actually lost a friend like that. Like, she knew about me and my conditions and all. And so, like, in 2019, my lupus came back. Like, I was in remission for 6 years. I was in remission from 2014 to 19.
Oh, wow.
But in 19, it came back really badly. And I was in the US. I was hospitalized for 2 weeks. I was in the ICU. And it affected my toes, my right foot toes. I have lost 4 of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they have amputated. Yeah. They amputated naturally. They naturally fallen off because
Oh.
they never revived. Yeah. It was really bad. So she knew about all of that and she was making me meet, right? She was like, we need to hang out. So at that time, I was not able to sit like I'm sitting right now, right? It was like half an hour and I have to lay in bed. So she was like, off. She said this word.
Uh-huh.
I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
She just said, off. Like, UFFF. I was like, I'm done. I was like, I don't know how I can make you understand. How can I make you see how sick I am right now? I'm done.
Yeah, pata hai, Fatma, I think as you progress through life, you need to, lots of people don't, but you need to find the ability and the courage to fight for yourself.
Yes.
It's a little simpler to fight for other people, I think,
It is.
but it's difficult to fight for yourself. And I think you have to, if someone's a negative influence, you have to make the difficult decision. It's a difficult decision.
It is, definitely.
To distance yourself. And आपका दिल नहीं मानता है. I am cognizant of this. But, that, like you're just saying, and again, I don't have science to back this up. I don't have a psychological theory. Maybe there is a psychological theory. I just
Yeah.
don't have it. But you have to protect your cognitive capital. There's just no other
You
way.
have to.
You know? And we all, for fear of loneliness, hum jo hai, we let a lot of people get away with a lot of nonsense that is never all right. It's just never all right, you know? Behral, so I'm sorry, I keep going on these tangents.
No worries.
And not like I'm going to stop. Allah Rahim Kare, I'm just apologizing. Behral, she said, oof, and you're just like,
I was like, I'm done.
yeah.
I just like, it's like it was a switch in my heart or something. Off. Done.
Yeah, I think though. So we did make a jump. So we were talking about 2013, 2014, where you were not doing IVS and you were doing these certifications.
Yeah.
To 2019 when you were in the US, and you know, how did you develop that ability to cut people off instantly? Where you know your family, pehle it was a very difficult thing.
It was
for
a very
you.
difficult situation. Yeah.
But then after a while you're just like, nahi ye mazak nahi chal raha, because
Yeah.
it's not a game for you know what I mean?
It's not a game for
Yeah.
me. So when I was in IVS, right, I was happy. I was just like doing my own thing, right? Just like and then I was meeting new people as well, right?
Which is
so that was
fantastic,
like a healing process itself, like new people, good friends and all. And then it was like one night I remember I went back to my dad and I'm like, Dad, I want to do something more. Like, can I enroll myself in another certification course? My brother comes to my room and he's like, kuch aur karo na. And I was like, kya na kuch aur karo? He's like, move somewhere. That was that.
Move, but with your illness and everything? Move?
Yes. He was like, move. He's like, I believe in you. He's like, तुम अपने आप को बहुत कम समझती हो, but you need to see from another person's eyes that you can do so much thing. You can be so much more. And if you are here, some people will stop you in different ways. They will stop
here
you
in Pakistan.
Pakistan.
ये तो आपके भाई ने बड़ी अच्छी
बहुत अच्छी बात
बड़ी
की. And my dad
समझदार-
is looking at him ना. He's laughing. My dad, ये कभी करेंगे. Because Abu was like, ये नहीं कर सकती. You know, like she has always brought up in a shell home in a protective household. How she can go and live somewhere else?
That, by the way, is a fair assertion as
It's
well.
a fair, exactly.
Yeah.
right?
He's not being unfair to you because it's difficult to seek discomfort.
Yes.
Effectively, that's what your brother was telling you to do.
Yes.
I suppose the only thing that your dad didn't factor in was discomfort had found you in your illness.
Yes. Extremely.
तो आपका खौफ शायद, you know, maybe someone like me would have been very afraid कि नहीं यार मैं क्यों discomfort, मैं यहाँ पे comfortable हूँ. But someone
But
like
in
you,
a way, I felt like I was never comfortable.
That's it, right? That's it.
I
That's
was
it.
like, these eyes, these voices, everything is creeping me out. Well, I used to go to Dubai on Eats, right? ताकि मैं किसी से मिलूँ नहीं यहाँ. I'm not kidding. Because वो questions आ जाते हैं. क्या हुआ है, right? And this,
Hi बेचारी.
hi बेचारी.
हाँ.
इतनी प्यारी थी. क्या हो गया अब इसको? And I'm like, कुछ नहीं हुआ यार.
That's beautiful. That's
कुछ
a
नहीं
beau-
हुआ.
yeah. So Behral, okay, so your brother's like
My brother's like, move,
हाँ.
switch places, right?
हाँ.
And I'm like, कहाँ जाऊँ मैं, right?
Yeah.
And he's younger to me. And he's like, UK, US. And I'm like, UK, US. I was like, US. New York pop-up, right? I was like, चलो apply करते हैं schools में, right?
New York pops up because of your inclination towards the arts.
Yes.
And New York's always been
New
known.
York is,
Yeah.
I was like, Manhattan, right? वहाँ जाके रहेंगे, the dream life,
The
right?
dream life, yeah.
And my dad thought कि okay सही है, ये कर लेगी, देखते हैं आगे जाके ना. अब्बा समझे नहीं कि serious हो गई मैं.
उसी वक्त.
उसी वक्त. I went back to my room. I started applying.
Yeah.
अच्छा मुझे हुआ उस वक्त नहीं क्या हुआ, inner एक feeling आई कि no, I will not apply for like community colleges. I will do something big.
Okay. So,
I don't know why it came to me.
No.
It just did.
Everyone listening, it's easier to get into community colleges.
Yes.
It's difficult to get into full-blown universities like UCLA,
yeah.
UCLA or Yale. तो फिर Ivy League ही है ना?
वो तो Ivy League है,
Ivy
yeah.
League, yeah. So it's very, very difficult to get into Ivy League schools. It's easier in the United States. It's easier in the US to get into
Community colleges.
community colleges,
Yeah.
right? And most people, what they'll do is they'll work their way up.
हाँ.
So they'll get into community colleges and they'll work hard on their grades, and then
They go to like public schools and all. Yeah.
and then they finally get to universities.
Yeah.
Right? You didn't want to do that.
I don't want to do that.
Okay.
I don't know. It was like ego, hatred, गुस्सा. पता नहीं वो क्या चीज़ थी उस वक्त. And maybe like because okay, so at that time, I was seeing my cousins, my friends, graduate from like IBA, NAD, right? And हर कोई कहता था इतने अच्छे बच्चे IBA जा रहे हैं. Subconsciously हो सकता है.
Yeah, देखो.
Subconsciously हो सकता है उस वक्त.
I've recently come to terms with the fact for the longest time na full societal imperatives jo the I used to apply them onto myself, and people used to be like, you have to be you have to be virtuous. You shouldn't take things personally. Everything's, extend a hand of empathy, and all that's cool, but I now am a firm believer in the fact or in the idea that you should take some things personally.
You should.
हाँ, कुछ चीज़ें ना आप अपने ज़ात पे लो, they become motivation, they become fuel for the fire that is,
It does.
that is your will, or that is your proclivity to do something. आप कुछ चीज़ें अपनी ज़ात पे लेनी
लेनी पड़ती हैं, because I remember as we are talking now, होता है ना आपको एकदम से चीज़ें याद आ जाती हैं. So like I wouldn't name him, but he was like, तुमने क्या किया अपनी ज़िंदगी में? मैं IBA गया हूँ. And it hit me in a way, right?
How do people get away with talking like that, dude?
I don't know. I have met so many people in my life now. I'm done. I'm actually
You're done? You're good?
I'm done.
You're
I'm
good. You're good.
I'm good. I'm good meeting people now.
But
Just like,
here's what's interesting. Na, dekho, if he said that to you, odds are that he must have said that to someone else as well.
definitely. Exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, odds are that he got away with just being like that as a person.
Yeah.
As a person in this physical world, in this realm, you get away with talking like that. I don't understand that. How do you get away with that?
I have no idea.
Just that idea कि whatever, मैं आपको कुछ बोलूँ, मुझे फोटोशॉप आता है, आपको नहीं आता है, आपको आता होगा, आपको नहीं आता है, आपने क्या किया ज़िंदगी के साथ? Dude, what on earth are you doing, man? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
खैर.
I don't know why people do this, but I felt like हो सकता हो मेरे दिमाग में, right?
हाँ.
कि you know what? If I'm going to do something, how about I make my mom and dad proud of myself as well, right?
Of course.
Because they wanted to see me become a doctor. That never happened.
Okay.
So how about I do something big, something different,
Sure.
right? So I started applying to NYU, University of Chicago, and Columbia.
These are, again, difficult schools to get into.
Extremely
right?
difficult, yeah.
And you're sitting in Karachi, and these are the universities that pop up in your mind.
Yes.
And no, that's good. That's beautiful.
I used to watch like American TV shows.
Huh.
There you go.
Huh.
I used to see like New York. I used to see Columbia. I used to see like Yale, right? But at that time, Yale was never in my mind. So these three universities, I applied. And I was like, okay, Columbia, I have to go to Columbia, right?
Yeah,
I was like, yes, we are going to go there. I was rejected by it. It broke my heart.
Okay.
I was waitlisted in NYU. I got into University of Chicago, right?
Okay.
And I'm crying. I was an emotional wreck by then.
Yes, right. So yes, but again, the dangerous thing about broken people is that they know they can survive.
That's the thing.
So heartbreak for you probably, because like I said, the worst thing that you've been through is the worst thing that you've been through, because your scale for what was bad was so high.
Yeah.
मेरे ख्याल में, what, did it take you a week to recover from it?
No, half an hour.
Nice. That's good. That's nice. Good
Again,
time.
my brother came. I just love him. I feel like मुझे लगता है कि उसने मुझे बहुत guide करा. उसको पता भी नहीं था वो guide कर रहा, but he was guiding me in a way, right?
Yeah, I think the fate of your loved ones is something that truly keeps you warm.
Yes.
I think it's a powerful thing. Allah usko hayati de. Behal, हाँ.
So he's like, you have your documents ready, everything, like application सब तूने ready करी हुई थी Columbia के. I'm like, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So he's like, why don't you apply to Yale? He's the one who said that. Yeah. And I was like, कर ले रहे? He's like, हाँ कर लो. He's like, here's the credit card. जो भी fees है तुम भरो इसमें.
Yeah.
Just do it.
I did it. Didn't you tell him? Did you know Yale is an Ivy League school?
I said that. He was like, what will you lose?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I will gain, right?
Yeah.
कर दिया. 2 weeks में I got the application letter. I got in. And I was like, ये क्या हुआ? It is happening. I was like, it is happening.
That's powerful. That's powerful. From being rejected from Columbia, you're not cold, are you? You're good, no?
No, I'm good. Yes, I'm good. Yeah.
So from being rejected from Columbia,
yes,
getting into Yale,
yes.
All right, and then what's the process like to now convince your parents, who've obviously
convinced my dad? My mom was on board.
Your mom was on board.
Yes.
But again, to be fair to your dad, you've been sick for so long. You know, he's seen you in
He
and out
has
of the
his
hospital.
reasons. Yeah, he has his reasons.
How does that conversation, and you're a woman, obviously.
Yes.
How does that conversation, how does that happen?
He actually went with me.
Okay.
He stayed there with me for 3 months.
Nice.
He's like, I'm not going to leave you alone like this. Because
That's cute.
my mom was like, chhod do, kar legi, let her be. But my dad was like, abhi nahi chhod sakte isko hum. No, not yet.
How old were you?
I was 24.
बनता है थोड़ा सा नहीं?
Right?
Uh-huh.
And I feel like because of the health situation, he was so much worried. Or because Yale is in New Haven, it's not in New York even. It's like a suburb area. So hospital jana, kuch bhi karna, it's like it's difficult, right?
Sure, must have been.
You need to know it because I have been to the US, but it's always like tourism. गए घूम कर आ गए, that's it. कभी proper रहे नहीं. So dad was worried. But he let me do it. After many fights, many arguments.
Yeah.
He's like, you are not going to go. I was like, I have to go. I was like, I have to go for myself.
Yeah.
And in all of this, my brother and my mother was like, करने दें, हो जाएगा कुछ ना कुछ. Like for her benefit at the end of the day. Yeah.
I think there's a lesson in that. You know, sometimes you have to put up for what you believe in. You know, even if it's against people that, you know, जो आपके अपने होते हैं. You know, sometimes even they don't see what something might be for you. You know.
And like talking about like men and women, right? So when I was going to Yale, a cousin of mine went to Canada a year before. जब वो गया, farewell party हुई थी.
Nice.
हमारे लिए कुछ नहीं
नहीं, आप घर छोड़ के गई थी.
आप घर छोड़ के गई थी. आप दूसरे कॉन्टिनेंट पे जा रही हैं रहने. क्या करेंगी आप अकेले? कुछ हो जाए आपके साथ. How will you survive alone? And I just like look back at I'm just like laughing. I'm like, I just pity on them. That's it.
Sure. Listen, sure, right? But I also do resonate because so I have sisters, right? And I am I'm cognizant of the kind of violence that has visited upon women.
Yeah.
You know, generally, patriarchal structures are a thing. Violence against women is a thing. खौफ मेरे ख्याल में आता है, but if we okay, again, time for some Kareem driver wisdom. So recently, I've been taking more Kareems than I used to, and they have some wisdom.
Okay.
At 3 a.m. in the morning, you're just trying to get home or what have you. You're not particularly happy with yourself because who stays out till 3 a.m. You want to get home, you want to get some sleep.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm afraid. You know, I'm afraid that I'm out alone and all those things. And this dude, he must have been 35, you know, not much older than me. He's just driving, right? He's just like, sir, एक बात बोलूं. मैंने बोले हजरत. बोलते हैं, क्या हो जाएगा? मर जाओगे? मैंने बोला हाँ मर सकता हूँ. He's like, मौत सर आपको एक बार मारेगी. And then he makes me repeat it. He's like, मौत आपको एक बार मारेगी. मैंने बोला सही है. बोला खौफ आपको रोज मार रहा है. रोज क्यों मर रहे हो? And I'm just like, क्या? You know what I mean? Just paradigm shifting. I think because देखो, if we're Muslims, then we believe in divine providence, right?
Yeah.
And we believe in the plan of Alamya, which is the greatest plan, right?
Exactly.
तो फिर you know, all this fear, I understand. I have this fear all the time, right? That's why I keep saying Allah Rehm Karega, because I'm afraid all the time. But having said that, we let that take away the light of our life.
In a way, yes.
You know?
Yeah, it does.
Because again, think about it. You've just gone through this sickness and, you know, you've been brave, but you've also been broken and you've been resilient. And now for the first time at 24 years old, which is not really that old, it's relatively young, you are putting your foot down and making this decision. And instead of being happy for you, most of your family is governed either by fear, and those are the good ones.
Those are the good ones.
The people who are governed by fear.
No, those are the good ones.
Because the rest of them might be governed by other things that are not as nice. You know?
Yes.
So, okay. So you have this fight, and it's not a great send off. People are unhappy at the fact that you're going. You're leaving.
But I was happy because my mom was happy.
Alhamdulillah.
I was like, my immediate family, my mom, dad, my brother supporting me. At the
Yeah.
end of the day,
Yeah.
they're sticking with me.
Yeah.
They're sticking with my dreams. They're supporting it.
That's all
Who
that
cares
matters.
about others?
No, dude, no one.
Right?
Nobody, no time for that. No time
Right.
for that. Acha. So, Behal, so you get to America.
I get to the US, yeah.
By this time, has your sickness now subsided? Is
It did. Yeah,
Okay,
it did because a positive mindset, I would say, right? Just feeling happy, just feeling over the moon. And so by 2014, a doctor of mine, who's still my doctor in Pakistan, he's an amazing guy. He has these yearly conferences in the US.
Okay.
So he took my condition to the US and he was like, okay, I have this patient, how I can deal with her so that she can live her life in a better way now.
Sure.
So at that time, they were experimenting chemotherapy on us as well.
Oh, wow.
So he came back and he gave us a proposition that how about we do this? There will be like 5 chemo sessions, right?
Okay.
Every other week.
Okay.
Yeah, every other week. Yeah. And at that time, we were like, let's do it.
So 5 total, 1 every other week. ऐसे?
One every other week. Yes. At that time.
But like proper chemo.
Proper chemo, yes. I was in Aga Khan. I was hospitalized for like a day and
Okay.
they used to do chemo.
Okay.
Yeah. It did help me.
W-
That's how it went into remission, my
okay.
condition.
Which one?
Both of them.
Both
Lupus
of
and scleroderma. Yeah, both
Both-
of them.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was like a blessing in disguise, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he came up. He's like, we agreed to it as well because I felt like going through chemo has its own drawbacks,
Yeah.
extreme drawbacks,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Extreme drawbacks.
Yeah.
But actually, that made me so having chemotherapy. In a way, doctors were like, because my disease was extremely severe at that time, and then they were putting more toxins in my body to kill the toxins
Sure.
in my body, right? So that made me lose my retinal detachment as well. Like that happened. It was like the outcome or something like that.
It was
yeah.
a consequence, yeah.
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 But but I went to remission and then US happened. I went to Yale. I was there for 6 months and then it got cold. It was not good for me.
Okay.
Right. And then my dad is like, why don't you move to the West Coast?
Uh-huh.
That's how LA came into being.
Uh-huh.
And I've never been to the West Coast, right? So I was like, okay, let's check schools. And at that time, my dad was fully supportive. Mashallah, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
He's like, UCLA, let's try UCLA now.
Okay.
I did. I got in, and I just moved to Los Angeles then.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and life was fairly good.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. But okay. So what did you apply to Yale for?
I did a foundation semester in liberal arts. So
In
I
liberal
was
arts.
doing abstract and abstract art painting. Yeah.
Fantastic.
I used to paint for like 7 hours a day.
But again, did it
Beautiful.
ever feel like work?
Never.
Okay. 7
Never.
hours didn't feel like
7
work.
hours a day. And like when I was talking about IVS and just like they were making me paint what actually is in front of me.
Yeah.
So when I went to Yale, it was the opposite. They were like, and I was like, maybe Allah was listening to me in a way,
Alhamdulillah.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because when I went to those classes, the professor was like, okay, there's a ladder. There's like too much stuff in front of you. You have to paint it, but how you see it.
Right. Okay. Okay.
And that's what I wanted the entire time. How
Yeah.
I am seeing the world.
Sure. Okay. That makes sense.
That makes sense, right?
Of course. And so then when you decided to move to UCLA, what was the degree there?
I did my design communication arts and a minor of marketing.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So that's a proper thing.
That's a
Okay.
proper thing, yes.
Okay. And that's where you were when your lupus came back.
2019, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you were
I
there,
was busy.
You were sorted. Everything's good.
Yeah, I was busy in my life, but I was stressed out as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
I was going through like an emotional drawback. I was going through, once you're abroad, you have to change your visas, that thing, right? I graduated 3 months early. There was like a
Oh.
lot of stuff was in my mind and it came back. It just came back.
It
Yeah.
came back. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I asked you कि मैं जो है जाके नमाज पढ़ूंगा.
Yes.
Just give me 5 minutes. Let me go pray.
Yes.
And then we'll talk about your remission, right? And then we'll go from we'll talk about what it was like coming back. Because
That is important.
That's a roller coaster, right?
That is a roller coaster.
That's something I can resonate
Yeah,
with.
वापस आना.
Okay. So we were talking about you your lupus coming back.
Yes.
And we have alluded earlier that you were that you lost a friend
I lost a friend.
in that
yeah.
process, yeah.
Yeah.
which is not great. But Behral, so it came back. Then what happens next? You're in the ER.
So I am in the ER. So it happened when I was graduating.
Oh,
right?
wonderful. Yeah.
So
Fantastic.
in 2019, I graduated and my mom came to visit me.
Okay.
And then, so it was like June, summer in LA, right? And
Which is pretty.
Which is pretty. It's like a pretty weather, right? It gets like really hot as well. Like they can reach 40 Celsius in October. Yeah. So my mom visits me, and at that time, I was having difficulty in walking.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like paining and all, right? I was like, just like, I don't want to walk. Like it's tiresome, but you have to do everything
Of course.
on your own, right? Like you have been in Canada. You know, like हर चीज़ खुद ही करनी पड़ती है.
Yeah.
एक चीज़ you have to go out and take it, right?
Yeah.
So I was so glad mom is here. Amma आई हैं, I graduated and all, and it was 4th of July. I took her out because she was in the US for the first time on 4th of July. She never seen it, right? किस तरह होता है? I was like, ये बहुत अच्छी चीज़ है, I can just take her out and all. We went out, I met my friends and all, हमने सब कुछ करा, and then I got back home and I was like in severe chronic pain. So severe that I was just crying. My mom took me to the ER like 5 in the morning. हमने Uber ली, हम UCLA गए hospital. And I waited out. Obviously, it's like it can take from 10 minutes to 6 hours in the ER, right?
Yeah.
I waited out, and they, they're like, okay, so your toe is turning blue, so you are losing blood circulation.
Okay.
So we're gonna give you some blood pressure medication, जो relief करेंगे, you will be fine. And I'm like, चलो, it's not a big deal. उस वक्त जो मेरी डॉक्टर थी US में, वो she was out of the city. She was not there. So she was like, don't worry, Fatma, I'm coordinating with the doctor or sab chill see, and I just like go home now. I go home. The next day I'm back in the ER again. My friends are there. सही है, समझ नहीं आ रहा क्या हो रहा है. अच्छा, उस वक्त मेरा middle toe के अलावा the rest of the fingers, they were turning blue as well.
Okay.
My foot was turning blue.
Loss of sensation.
Loss of sensation, extremely pain. Like, I don't even know how I was just going to the restroom. I have no idea. अब मैं सोच रही हूँ ना कैसे मैं कर रही थी. No clue. And I go back to the ER again, and they're like, okay, we're going to admit you, and we're going to give you some painkillers and some other medication to help you revive your foot again, right? Okay, so I was seeing them, and I was seeing that they are doing it, but they're not doing it enough to save me right now, right? वो idea आ जाता है, and I felt like after, like, since 2007, 2019, I know
what's going on.
I know what's going on, right? And I was like, they see so many patients like me, they're like, छोड़ो, हो जाएगा. Robotic, right? Robotic, उसमें tone में आ जाता है वो. I was in the hospital for 7 days, right? अच्छा, अब वो toes blue से purple हो गए हैं. They're not blues, they're purple now, right? And my mom is alone there with me. I have no family. My dad is here. My brother is here. No support, right? And she's just like, she's being strong enough for both of us, right? I was just severely in pain. I was having so many pain medications, लेकिन कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता था. And they discharged me again.
Right.
They discharged me again with that same foot. I go back home, and now this is... So I was around 10th of July, right? I'm back home again. And I'm in pain, and now they're black. And I'm like, something is going on like really bad right now, and they're not figuring it out. What I have to do I need to come back to Pakistan, right? Because I'm speaking to doctors here as well. And they're like, no, you need to stay there because the best research and the best medications are in the US.
Also, in that condition, it's not advisable for you to travel.
Exactly. But, at that time, where was the magmita? I just need to save my foot.
Sure.
Right? I was like...
Sure.
I love wearing shoes. I love wearing heels. I was like, please, no, let's figure it out. And that time, so what I had was Raynaud's. So Raynaud's are like that if you start to lose your blood circulation, arteries आपकी ना shrink हो जाती हैं, right?
Okay.
Allah Ta'ala ने आपको दी in your hands and in your toes, right? Yeah. They shrink. Blood circulation कम होती है. जब कम होती है, it starts to turn blue, right?
Sure.
उसी वक्त आप revive नहीं करोगे, it's gonna linger on. Blue से purple, purple से black. Black मतलब?
They're gone, yeah.
They're gone, exactly.
Yeah.
So at that time, so August आ गया. Now it's like mid of August.
Jeez.
I'm still going in the ER. I'm still seeing other doctors, and they're just like giving me comfort. सब ठीक हो जाएगा. And I'm like,
ठीक हो
नहीं हो रहा. I'm constantly in pain. So you need to see that. And one day I call them up, and I'm like, I'm going to sue you because you are not helping me in any way. I was like, you need to understand, I need to have my foot, right? I was like, आप दूसरों के साथ मुझे नहीं पता किस तरीके से डील करते हैं, but not with me. ये मेरे साथ नहीं हो सकता. My mom was like, you are being way too blunt. I was like, I have to. I can't be nice to these people anymore.
No.
I am done being nice. They're like, come right away. I go back to the ER. उस वक्त I waited for like 5 minutes. They took me in, proper, flawlessly, पूरा procedure उन्होंने करा, and they're like, okay, we have a medication. It's given to heart patients. We're going to try it on you if it works. You want to do that? I was like, yeah, let's do that. It's going to be in the ICU, and like the medication is going to be sometimes fairly bad than chemo.
Worse than chemo?
Worse than chemo, because it's going to be like, you're going to be hit like a truck over and over again, and they don't stop for 12 days. Constant chalti rehti hai. And I was like, chalo, kar lete hain ye bhi. I was like, okay, I'm in. I was like, yeah, let's do it. ICU में लेके गए.
लेकिन success rate क्या होता है इसका? High होता है?
High होता है, yeah. In heart patients again.
Okay.
They didn't know about lupus.
Okay.
Heart patients, it was a success rate, right? So they took me to the ICU. My friends, they joined me again, right? Like, I love those people. Trust me, those people are my people.
Yeah.
I can 100% say that.
I understand.
So they are there with my mom, being the amazing moral support, right? And then another incident happened. The nurse came and she's like, we have to give you a central line, right, for the medication. And I was like, what is central line? I was like, I don't know what is a central line. She's like, itna bada tube hota hai. It goes here in your artery. And
in your carotid artery.
In your carotid artery,
which is in your neck. For everyone,
and I'm like,
for everyone listening, it's on the side of your neck.
Yes.
It's right there. Yeah.
And I'm like, no. This was my response. I'm laughing. Like, I felt like my defense mechanism is I make jokes.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
That's how I survive, you guys. I just make jokes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, no, that is not how it's happening. मैंने कहा मुझे लग रहा है गलत है कुछ. And at that time, I started to trust my gut feeling as well.
Okay. That's good. Yeah.
I was like, my stomach is saying, no.
Don't do that.
And he's like, stomach? I was like, gut feeling. I'm sorry. Gut feeling is saying we are not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
And then another doctor comes and he's like, he's like looking me straight in my eyes. And I'm like, he's like, you have to get the central line because we can't give you the pit line. And I was like, okay, what is a pit line? He's like, the one in the shoulder.
Yeah.
And I was like, why not? And he's looking dead in my eyes. He's like, well, you have lupus, you have scleroderma. So in 10 years, you will lose your kidneys. So you need to save the pit line in order to have dialysis, right?
Oh my
and I'm
goodness, dude.
I'm like, And I'm like, okay, so I was like, do you have any idea what will happen to you when you get out of this room? And he's like, I apologize. I was like, yes.
I don't know, man. That's just, when you think of impossible situations.
Yes.
For the doctor, for you, that's an impossible situation. Aap itni takleef mein ho, and they're giving you this, bleeding edge treatment.
And I'm still in pain. I'm still crying when this all is happening.
Yeah. And they have to give you a central line, which Allah rehm kare bas.
Kisi ko na de.
No, kisi ko nahi. It's nonsense. It's really bad.
Yeah.
It's
and
really,
then
really bad.
It was like, I fought with them. I was like, that is never going to happen. You're not going to give me that, right?
Okay.
I was like, think of an option B. And then they gave up because like 10 in the night, they were tired. They want to go home, right? They were like, she's annoying. She's an annoying person. She's like too challenging right now. And they were like, okay, well, you know what? We're going to give you the peripheral, the one in your, what is it? Hand, right?
In vein.
Yeah, in the hand vein. Yeah, we're going to give you the peripheral and we're going to see tomorrow, right? And I was like, okay. Let's see tomorrow.
Peripheral mein aapko kya, they were going to give you painkillers?
No, the same medication that they wanted to give me via the central line.
Are they giving you painkillers?
Okay, so at this time they were giving me painkillers like orally. So yeah, wo bhi ek alag story hai. They used to give me like Brufen and Tylenol, and every 6 hours. And that was not enough.
No.
I needed to have the strong medication. but they were not allowing me because they were like, you will become an addict. I was like, dude, I will never become an addict. I know how controlling I am. I just need something to survive, just something that the pain goes away.
Yeah, I think वही वाली बात है ना, merits और demerits की बात होती है. Even if they're concerned and even if there is that risk, but इतनी सारी तकलीफ है. You know what I mean? Like, so fix, maybe stop the pain first. You know,
they were not doing that.
No.
They were like, and I don't remember. So they just were like 6 hourly होती थी सैया, और मेरा 3 में ही मेरी बस हो जाया करती थी, right? And I used to be crying, and the nurses are like, we are so sorry, but we cannot give you the medication because the doctor has said no.
Oh wow.
So I had like a bigger discussion with them. And I was like, I am taking this on my own risk. So you better give it to me in 3 hours now.
आप बस दे दो.
I was like, मेरे को दे दो मुझे नहीं wait करना ये 6 घंटे वाला. So the morning comes, right? With the peripheral line and all. So at that time, the head of the ICU comes to me. He's in my room. सब doctors आए हुए हैं, सब मिलकर आए हुए हैं. And he looks at them and they're like, who was the person who said that she shouldn't need the central line right now? They pointed at me. They're like, she's the one. He came over, he kissed my head, and he's like, I'm glad you did that. Because you were never heart patient. You came for your foot. So if they have given you the central line, and my blood pressure was already 180 at that time.
Because you were stressed.
Because I was
and all those
stressed out in pain, right?
Yeah.
They were like, the doctor was like, if they had given you the central line, right, it would have put the pressure on your heart.
Yeah.
Which would have been fatal.
Yeah, heart attack. Yeah.
And I was like, that is why my gut was like, no.
That's ridiculous. तो वो जो डॉक्टर थे, जो हजरत थे, जो बोल रहे थे कि ये करवाओ, उनका क्या हुआ फिर? वो किधर गए?
वो वापस नहीं आया, मुझे नजर नहीं आया फिर वो.
हाँ.
Yeah.
ठीक है.
I didn't see him again.
सही है.
I felt like the word sue.
Yeah.
Takes a toll on them.
Yeah. Again, the word sue and not matlab, whatever. I mean, pain doesn't make as much sense. Like, now we are painting all doctors in a very bad light. I don't mean to do that, but Behral, so what happens next? Now this
so
person.
I was there for 10 days, right?
Okay.
The medication kept going on, and then they gave me. So at that time, I was thinking like my toes will revive, right? But the rheumatologist there, she was like, Fatma, you need to accept that they won't. Some part of them you will lose eventually, right?
Okay.
But I was seeing the bigger picture. I was like, at least I have my foot.
Yeah, at least you have your foot. Alhamdulillah.
And then they made a shoe for me so that I can walk around. They gave me crutches.
Okay.
So I was not on the wheelchair. I used crutches for like 8 months after that, right? And I used to walk. It was like a Japanese shoe.
Okay.
Which it was like level. So like no pressure has been given to the toes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the problem with losing your toes is we don't वही वाली बात है, आपको तब तक कदर नहीं होती जब तक आपके पास होते हैं.
Exactly.
But your toes work to balance your foot, na? So
yes.
your heel and your mid foot take all the weight, and even जो आपको जिसको हम एड़ी नहीं बोलते, इसको क्या बोलते हैं, पंजा
जो
नहीं, पंजा तो होता है वो is the toes. So but even your a large chunk of the front of your foot just takes the weight. But it's your toes that balance you out, right? They kind of hold you.
They do, yeah.
So right, and for 8 months you were on crutches and stuff.
I was on crutches. I actually stopped wearing that shoe 4 months ago.
4 months ago.
4 months ago, yeah. 4 months. So like since 2019 July, I have been wearing that shoe.
Okay.
August, sorry, yeah, August.
Okay.
29 August, yeah.
Okay.
So it was a lengthy healing process, right?
Sure. And okay. So, but you were out the hospital.
I was out the hospital.
You were out of pain?
Fairly. It's like I had a pain episode like 6 months back. No, in August, yeah.
Okay, in August, okay. Okay, but then now you're here, which is not in America. How did that happen in the middle of all this?
COVID happened.
Okay, COVID happened.
COVID happened, and my family was like, because I didn't want to go that healing period alone.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And you have to do everything on your own as well, right?
Fair.
That's the major thing. So my dad was like, you know what? Just come here, heal, get healthy.
And then go back.
Yeah. And I was like, it does make sense.
Do you have a citizenship?
No.
अभी तक visas पे चल रही है बात.
Visas पे चल रहे हैं हम लोग. Because apparently having this situation happen to me in 2019 broke everything off that was in my plans as well. Because I was started to work for a startup in the US, right?
Okay.
But then this situation happened, which was extremely important to deal with it first.
Absolutely.
So I was like, I was like extremely heartbroken again. But my dad was like, we need to see the bigger picture. US कहीं नहीं जा रहा.
नहीं, alhamdulillah.
सही है.
Yeah.
You can अभी तुम गई हो वापस भी जा सकते. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But it's just like your health is important right now.
100%.
So I was like, ये करते हैं.
Yeah.
And then I started my own business.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. And that happened. You can,
And that happened, right?
obviously have a problem sitting still. But chalo, theek hai. So you come back, pandemic, everything. Again, unprecedented. None of us have ever seen the world the way it is. The way it was even 5 months ago.
Yes.
Allah Rahm Kaye. So you come back and you're healing. And then I'm sure you're done healing. And you're like, oh, but the world's not done healing.
The world is not done healing, right?
So then you're here.
I'm here, yeah.
And graduation ke dauran wo hua tha, so you are a graduate now?
I'm a graduate,
Yeah,
yes.
Alhamdulillah. So you're a graduate, and the plan was to then go get a job.
Yeah,
was the
it was
plan.
like go get a job and just like work for someone else, right? Because obviously you have to maintain the visa in order to get the citizenship. That's how
Sure.
it works, right?
So in the long-term plans, Allah ke hukum se, there is the hope that you will get a citizenship.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Inshallah, yeah. That's in the deeds, yeah. Inshallah.
Inshallah. So, but you came, you're back here now, and you figure might as well start a business.
It just happened organically, that I would say.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was still, when I got back to Pakistan, I'm still working for the startup back in LA, right?
Okay.
I keep working for them.
Okay.
And then I was like, I need to do something more, which is me.
Okay.
So when I graduated, I was like, I'm just going to be like a creative designer and then end up to being an art director or something like that, right?
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. But then I got back to my painting.
Okay. Acha, so is degree ke dauran kya, were you away from the painting?
I was painting, right? I was doing art classes and all. I was like, I did exhibitions as well, but I was not focused.
Okay.
I was like, okay, this is going to happen on the side, and the job is going to be the main focus.
You think that's because the pain went away and the illness went away, so the need to paint went away as well? You think?
Kind of, yes.
Yeah, you think so?
Because for me, I need to be sad.
Holy shit. Okay.
I need to be like sad in order to paint, in order to write. So even with my book, right? So there.
Oh yeah, you wrote a book. We're gonna get to that, inshallah. Ha, theek hai. So you. Acha, theek hai. Say. So it's a cathartic process. You're
Yeah.
painting, right? And you need to be. Is it fair to say you need to be in some kind of heightened emotional state? Let's not call it
Yes.
pain, but maybe even
Yes.
anger, right?
You
or
have
sadness.
to be anything like love, anger, happiness, anything
Okay.
which makes you a bit high, and then
Okay.
you're like, okay, I'm gonna paint right now.
Yeah, and then you're going to manifest that. Okay,
Yes.
cool. So you came back to your painting. Obviously, in the pandemic, everyone need to come back to
I
their
did,
painting.
yeah, I did.
And then the business just happened.
Just started. It just happened. So
What is the business?
it's called Therapy Art.
Therapy art.
Yeah. So what I'm doing in that is like a one-person army, right?
Okay.
We paint emotions.
Okay.
And you would understand why I'm saying we paint emotions, because that's how I started it.
Okay.
That's how I started my artistic journey in a way as well, right?
Yes.
So when I saw people just like stressed out, everyone was like under a bus. They were just like, what is happening in this world, right? A friend of mine, she's like, she just calls me up. I was in the US and she's like, can you teach me how to paint? And I was like, sure, karte hain, right? Like, kis tarike se karenge? She's like, online. I was like, yeah, let's do that. I gave her one class. And then I was like, how about I teach more people?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how it started.
Okay. Simply just doing that. Okay. And what's the skill level that's required?
Anyone.
Anyone.
So
Whatever age.
Whatever age. So what I'm doing is like I'm making art accessible to everyone.
Okay.
Remember like when we used to paint as a kid?
Yeah.
Bas, wohi.
Yeah.
That's the same concept.
Okay.
And obviously I teach the process step by step, right? But it's just like we need to bring those emotions out. Like whenever, like if you're painting with me, right? So I'm going to ask you different questions. which is going to highlight the emotions that you've been feeling for a week or for a day. We're going to associate those emotions with different colors, and the colors that means something to you.
Okay.
It shouldn't be in the color theory, right? It should not follow that. But I
Okay.
feel like blue is a depressed color, right?
Sure.
But for some people, it can be a happy color as well.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's your own perspective. And then we just paint together.
Fair.
So I have been, so for an year, I started this last November 2020. I did more than 30 workshops online.
Fantastic.
And people joined me across the globe. It was for free.
Okay.
I never charged anything.
Okay,
I was
okay.
just like, I want to tell people the same process. Like I just want to like teach them a process to heal themselves as well, like how I did.
Okay.
Because painting has helped me a lot.
Alhamdulillah.
Like just painting my heart out has given me greater and wider opportunities.
Absolutely. And dekho, one cannot in their right mind disregard the positive mental health aspects or benefits or the mental health benefits of doing fine arts, because this is what it is, right? Fine arts. It's and arts more generally, like, let's not even say fine arts, let's say something like singing.
Exactly.
And also the positive impacts of creating new neural patterns when you learn a new skill, like singing or painting or sketching or what have you. To absolutely for it, yes. But do you charge now?
I have started to.
You started charge.
Okay,
Huh.
so though I wouldn't ever give away the free workshop, it's still in the mix.
Yeah.
I do it every once in 2 weeks,
Okay,
right? It's
okay.
still online.
Okay.
Because I still want people to engage from any part of the world they want to, right?
Okay. Okay.
And now, like, as the pandemic situation is better in Pakistan now, right? It's a bit better.
It's
I
a bit
guess.
better, alhamdulillah.
I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
like people are fully vaccinated now. They're going out and about. They're dealing with other things.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I actually had my workshops in District 19 as well.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. We have done that.
Okay.
And now we are entering the corporate world as well.
Okay, wonderful.
Yes.
So the corporate world here, I don't know if you're getting in touch with MNCs or I don't know what you're doing in terms of that, but the corporate world is definitely toxic, and you do need that therapeutic paradigm there, 100%.
And people get confused because they're like, okay, are you an art therapist? I'm like, I'm just an artist,
Yeah.
right? Who
Yeah.
has gone through shit
Uh-huh.
amount of times, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's just like I'm just like trying to tell people around me that anyone can paint.
That and also you're not making any tall claims. No, you're not saying this is going to make you feel better. You're just saying, I do this. Aap try karke dekh lo. Nahi chalta hai.
Exactly.
What do you have to lose?
Exactly. That's
It's just,
it. And I just want to be, because I feel like I grew up with this stigma that हर कोई artist नहीं होता, right?
You think हर कोई artist होता है?
मुझे लगता है हर किसी के अंदर कुछ है जो एक artistic चीज़ है.
So हर कोई artist होता है.
Some there are. It's just like you just have to tap into it, right?
So just manifest your art.
Just manifest your art.
Okay. Let's just take 5 minutes for the azan.
Yes.
I'll be right back. So we were talking about your business.
Yes.
And so you're keeping the free workshop as well.
Yes, we are doing that.
बहुत बेहतरीन है. But you have started to charge people now. Do you want to? Okay. So you said citizenship is in the cards. Inshallah. Allah ke hukum se. Allah ke hukum se. अगर होता है तो अच्छा है. Do you plan on scaling the business?
Definitely, 110%.
Okay, wait. Sorry. So one important question. Is it aapka Allah wala kare? Is it in person these classes, or are they online? Is everything online?
So they are in person as well, and they're online as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So apart from this, like one workshop which says like art meets healing, right? Then I do. I have done like this year. I have done, mashallah, say
Alhamdulillah.
3 times. 6 weeks abstract art program as well.
Okay.
So in that, I teach them what abstract art is, right?
Okay.
We go into the history, we talk about it, we bring up different artists of the world, we paint with them, right? Unhi ke hum perspective se paint karte hain different classes mein. And then we bring in the healing element as well.
Okay.
Like painting with music, painting with a non-dominant hand, painting blindfolded. Like in Yale, I learned to paint. So apparently, with me, my right hand doesn't work properly.
Okay.
Because of scleroderma, skin, it got tightened.
Oh wow.
So this is like So now I'm just like a lefty now, right?
Okay, but
So
you were originally right-handed.
I was a right-handed, yeah.
Wow.
So now just like I work with both of my hands. But so that is why I brought in the concept of the class like non-dominant hand, because mushkil ho jata hai, right?
Yeah, I would
Because
imagine.
autopilot, but you're working with a dominant hand. Organically, it is happening.
Right.
So how, and then when you work with your non-dominant thing, right? Non-dominant hand se kya fayda hota hai? You became much more mindful.
Right.
You became much more present. You are not on autopilot anymore.
It's a higher level of focus.
It's
you
a
think?
high level of focus. You're like, you are understanding what you are doing every step of the way.
God damn, man.
People get really like pissed off when they're like, no, we cannot paint with my other
Yeah.
hand. We can't do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, just let it go.
Yeah.
It will happen.
Yeah.
And they make beautiful art pieces with the non-dominant hand.
Yeah.
Like they're like, हमने कैसे बनाया?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you were mindful. You were present in the moment. You were taking the control of it as well.
That's powerful. That's why I can't. जैसे आप बोल रहे हो ना, जैसे आपको your you want to call them clients, I don't know. You want to call them customers. But the way they tell you, I cannot imagine it. I do, like you said, everything with my right hand. कितनी बड़ी नेमत है. अल्लाह
बहुत
रहम
बड़ी
करे.
नेमत है. मतलब मुझे एहसास होता है अब like the things we have been taking for granted, like toes. जैसे होता है ना, छोटी उंगलियां क्या फायदा, ये सोचते हैं ना हम लोग. It's like क्या फायदा है.
हाँ.
But now going through what I have been through, right? It's just like no. Every single thing that you have,
Yeah.
be grateful for it.
Absolutely.
It will take a second to take it all away.
Yeah, it'll take a second.
It just take a second.
अल्लाह रहम
So
करे.
it's just like her situation mein, her cheese mein, just like I just feel like it's a test, right? It's a test.
Sure.
So it's just like just be grateful for what you have, and things get fine. Things actually get fine. Because वही है ना कि अल्लाह ताला आपको दे के आजमाते हैं और लेके आजमाते हैं.
बेशक, but you know, I do want to say here, I don't know if things get fine, but I think you develop the ability to deal with it. And
Yes.
I think if there's anything that I've been listening to the past, however long this conversation's been, it's been that you've alhamdulillah found ways to live life. Because see, autoimmune
I have found ways.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with that.
autoimmune disorders या diseases का मसला ये होता है कि you keep them then.
You keep them.
They don't go away.
They don't
right?
go away.
But you know, you can decide to stop living. You could do that,
Yeah.
right? But you didn't, alhamdulillah. And you know, I'm glad that you didn't, Allah ka karam hai. But also, that's a overarching message for other people who might not have autoimmune disorders, Allah Rahm kahe, but they might have other kind of disabilities, or even just disadvantages, right? So let's say you're completely able-bodied, but maybe you don't come from privilege like we do, alhamdulillah,
Yes.
right? That again is a disadvantage,
It is.
right?
It is.
Now you can deal with it, you can live with it, or you can decide to let it, you know, win or what have you. That's crude. That's a crude way of putting it, but you can decide to let it exert pressure on how you live your life. You can do that,
Yeah.
right? But I don't know. I think I think listening to your story, I would hope that people decide to not let that happen. You know, because at the end of the day, wohi wali baat hai, lots of philosophers have said this as well. Okay, at the end of the day, the only thing that can't be taken away from you is the ability to respond to the situation that you're in.
Yes.
That nobody can take away from you.
It can.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, the people can threaten you or hurt you with, you know, pain or, you know, visit all sorts of consequences on you, sure. But they can't take that ability away from you. With that, you wrote a book.
I wrote a book, yes. It's in the publishing aspect now.
Oh, dude,
yeah.
is it?
It
Are,
is,
are
yeah.
we allowed to talk about it?
I don't know. I'm just like talking to people and they're just like, yeah, with follow-up emails and all. For that, I have to go back to the US ASAP.
Really?
Yeah,
You don't want to do it here?
The publishers are in the US.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, still. Allah khair karega. What's it called? When did you start writing it? And what brought it about? Why did you want to start writing it?
I started writing like just like So it's a poetic journal.
Okay, it's a poetic
Yeah.
journal. Okay,
But it's like an entire story,
sure, of course.
but
Yeah.
in poetic form, right?
Okay.
I think it started in 2017, but I never thought I'm gonna write a book eventually.
Okay, you just
I just like penned down my thoughts, and it just like it made sense. It made sense to my friends as well, who I'm sharing with. And I was like, okay. And then it kept going on and on and on. And then in last year, it got done.
yeah. So now it's done.
Now it's done. And I'm
Cover to
like,
cover, everything's
everything is done. And I'm like, oh, it's like you can't believe it. It's done, right?
yeah.
Like still it's like a very, it's just
Yeah.
too much emotions, because it's just like I have taken my heart out and it's in a book and anyone can see it now.
That's beautiful.
Anyone can read it now, right? Anyone can think, oh, okay, so that was going on with her life. But I feel like you need to be vulnerable enough in this world, because I feel like being vulnerable will actually help you in being powerful as well. It works
100%. Yeah. Yeah.
both ways.
Yeah. I think अगर हम ये सोचें कि vulnerability and strength are mutually exclusive, तो ये हमारी गलती है.
Yeah.
ऐसा नहीं होता है. You know, you can be vulnerable and still be extremely powerful. What's it called? Your book?
Unbroken.
Unbroken.
Yeah. It just came to me. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, this is the right word
That's
to use.
that's the word then. That's
Yeah.
the word. So you have to get back to the US whenever you can.
Inshallah.
Inshallah, Allah ke hukum se, and get this done. Will it be available in Karachi? Because my book is not available in Karachi.
I don't know about that right now.
ये देखो ना,
Let's
ये होते हैं
see.
ना मसले.
यही मसले हैं, because I know it will be on Amazon, inshallah.
हाँ, मेरी है, लेकिन वो
हाँ.
कराची में थोड़ी.
यही है कि फिर ये हो सकता है कि we talk to different people who are dealing with in Karachi, and then they get our books from US and Canada to Karachi, right? That can happen. I guess Liberty Books do that. They used to do
नहीं,
it.
मुझे नहीं पता है. Liberty Books, my dealings with them have been uncomfortable.
They have been.
Yeah, I'm saying this online. Allah Rehm kare. I don't mean this as an affront to you, but you guys should just deal with people a little better. That's all.
There you go.
That's it. What? So you've put your heart into this book. What's the hope for it? Is there a hope for it? Or
There's a hope for it. It's just like you can see the worst of your times. It can be anything to you, right? It can be a disease. It can be losing a loved one. It can be anything. But then it shows like how you need to step out of it as well. And you are fully whole at the end of the day.
Sure.
Because I feel like हम लोग के अंदर बहुत होता है like a void is missing. Something
Sure.
is missing.
Something
right?
is missing, sure.
We are filling it up with constant conversations online, or we're just like watching TV shows, something like I need to fill this void.
Mindless
right?
consumption.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, वो हम जैसे movies से बड़े हुए हैं, the Bollywood cliches, like you need to be with someone to feel whole, right?
Sure.
Right? We
Sure.
do that ना कि अगर हम किसी से मोहब्बत करेंगे तो हमारी ज़िंदगी complete होगी, right?
जी.
So in the book it's like you are whole, you are whole, you are whole, you are whole. That's it. You are completed. You have always been complete.
You are in yourself.
You are
whole.
in yourself, the entire universe.
Wow. ये आपको पता है हज़रत अली रज़ा का कॉल है?
Yes.
हाँ.
Yes.
You know? That's beautiful. And I was recently in a podcast, I was reminded. The thing is, there's things that ये मैंने सुना होगा when I was I think 16 or 17, और फिर मैं भूल गया. And then you know, when you need it, ये चीजें आपको याद आ जाती हैं.
They do.
Alhamdulillah. You know. Anyhow, all that you've lived through, and you're relatively young.
Yes.
You know? Allah आपको हयाती दे.
Ameen.
Allah आपको शिफा दे इंशाल्लाह. What do you think? Like, where do you go from here? Because I mean, so you started a business.
Yes.
You moved to the US. You fought off this absolutely abhorrent disease. Alhamdulillah. Allah aapko aur kamyab de, inshallah. You wrote a book. What else do you want to do? You know?
You know, I was actually thinking this a couple of days ago.
Okay.
Because I was like, you know what? I feel like my life is becoming the entire circle now, right?
But देखो यार, again, I hope you have a long and happy life. You know, जितनी भी अल्लाह ताला आपको हयाती दे इंशाल्लाह. I think it's an excellent example of taking something that someone said personally, because someone said कि आप जब 17 साल की थी कि आपके पास 2 साल हैं.
18, yeah, when I was 18.
When you were 18.
Yeah, 2 years.
So you have 2 years to live. so obviously screw that guy, right? Because देखो जिंदगी मौत अल्लाह ताला के हाथ में होती है.
Exactly.
You know, I've seen perfectly healthy people just drop dead. You know,
Yes.
Allah rehm kare. And I've seen people that abuse their bodies to no end, live till they're like 80 or 90. You know, so who's to say? Allah rehm karega. But
Only Allah knows it.
only
right?
Allah
Yeah,
knows.
Only Allah knows it.
Only Allah knows. But yeah, so you've accomplished all this, alhamdulillah. Has the anger dissipated at least?
110%.
Yeah, it's gone.
I don't feel angry anymore.
Okay.
Now, like whatever happens, I just calm myself down and
Yeah.
I just find a solution to it now.
Okay.
It's like a solution, dhundo, move on. It's just like, I just feel like once you're so blessed with life, I was like, why are we wasting any moments not living it? Why are we making our life complicated? Because I feel like there are two complications. एक तो आती है naturally आती हैं आपके पास, सही है. एक होती है जो हम खुद बनाते हैं अपनी ज़िंदगी में.
Sure.
And when I see people doing that, I'm like, we are not supposed to do it.
No.
Why are you making your life complicated? Your life is beautiful, mashallah. Say.
Alhamdulillah.
Let's not do that. But then again, as we were talking about perspective, is they can't see it yet.
Sure. I think what's interesting is most psychotherapeutic approaches actually pivot around this one concept of bringing the patient or the client back into the present. या वो पास्ट में चले जाते हैं या वो फ्यूचर में गए हुए होते हैं. If you bring people back into the present, their mental faculties will deal with most of their problems, most of their, psychological problems themselves. कि भाई, let's just sort this out because then they're in the present. But if you let them go into the future or into the past, तो वो एक थोड़ा सा उनके लिए मुश्किल हो जाता है. You know, so again, what are the plans in the future? Alhamdulillah, abhi tak you've accomplished quite a bit. But if you're comfortable sharing, what else would you hope to do?
Just like help people. That's it.
Yeah.
Help. Like how I started the therapy art was just like people are going through so much, right? It's just like kuch in any way I can help them. I just want to.
Okay.
And I think we never talked about it. So I work for a foundation back in the US, Scleroderma Foundation, Southern California.
Okay.
I'm just taking a break because of my business, right?
Okay.
And the time difference. Yeah, because their meetings are like are 6 in the morning.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So we actually I met the foundation people in the hospital, and I was like, so they were like, why don't you come to our support groups? And I was like, yeah, let's do that. I went to the support groups, and I couldn't relate to the people there because they were like older than me, right?
Okay.
So they were not dealing with these situations I am dealing with, right?
Okay.
It's just like, how will you talk about your disease if you meet someone new, right? They're happily married. They're fixing. They have other issues that they want to talk about. So there was like communication gap between the groups. So I talked to the person who organized it, and I was like, why don't we do something for like young adults who are dealing with this? Sure. And she was like, that is a brilliant idea.
Sure.
She was like, why don't we make a group with 18 to 35-year-old people who are dealing with autoimmune conditions? And that's how we started. So I actually forgot about that because I was busy in studies and all.
Okay.
But when the foot thing happened, I was like, you know what? I feel like this is the bigger purpose in life, just to help people.
Yeah.
So I got re in touch with them, and I was like, we need to start this group ASAP. We started this, and now people from Canada, India, Mexico, even Pakistan are joining the groups in the US because due to COVID, it's still online. They're gonna do in person. Hopefully next year.
Okay.
Let's see about that because now Omicron is in the US right now. It's getting worse. So let's see about that. But it's just like now I just want to live life for the people and just tell them it does get better.
Sure.
Right? Just live life with compassion, love, honesty. Just be who you are.
Be who you are.
Just be who you are, because I feel like so many of us are just walking around wearing masks, and I'm like, take that off and just like think for a bit who you are, who you want to be. Yeah, that's the question. That's it.
That's it. Just conduct some metacognition and be who you are. I think, Fatma, that's a beautiful place to end this podcast. Yes. Be who you are.
Yes.
please plug in your so what's your Instagram?
Fatma Siddiqui,
What's the business ka Instagram?
therapy art.
That's Instagram. YouTube hai?
YouTube nahi hai.
We'll talk about that after.
Okay.
Twitter hai? Twitter nahi hai?
Twitter is just like only Instagram is just like the highest social media
Instagram,
right now.
okay.
Yeah.
And आपने फिर ये organization की बात की है. इस organization क्या नाम है?
Scleroderma Foundation, Southern California.
Southern California.
Yeah.
But anyone can get in touch from anywhere.
Oh yes, because I actually told them it's better because they were strictly going for the people in the US. But when I came back here to Pakistan, I was still leading that group, and I was like, it's okay if we have diversity as well in that group, and they agreed to it. Yeah. So anyone who's dealing with like scleroderma, especially, they can join that group. They can even contact me as well. That would be much easier. Yeah. So yeah.
Fantastic. Well, you're wonderful, right?
Thank you.
And you're doing wonderful work. I really, really am so glad that you came, and thank you for doing this, right?
Yes.
Whenever you're in town next, you can come back on whenever if you feel like it, and here's to you thriving and surviving and succeeding.
Thank
Inshallah.
you.
Allah Rahim karega.
Yes.
Fatma Qazi Akbar. Assalamu alaikum.